Wow. Another 365 days have passed, and we are in for another 366 more. 2019 was a wild year. Did I say wild enough? It really served as one of the greatest challenges of my life so far. As I enter my second decade on this planet, well, technically fourth. That's funny. Technically my fourth decade on this planet, I am now reflecting on all of the challenges and hills that I have gone through and have been pitted against me. It's been really fun learning so much about myself throughout the entire year. I've been tested by faith, by loyalty, and by many other things that are important to me, but 2019 was much more of a continuation of 2018 as anything. Mainly because it was just a year of change, and 2019 was almost the exact same. But it is something that I have learned to live with and embrace instead of just being scared. That'll kind of be foreshadowed, and I'll talk about that later. But I've had the opportunity this year to just meet thousands of new people, as well as understand different perspectives throughout the lives of many people. And I've also connected with some people that have greatly impacted my life to a massive extent that I can't honestly go into detail with enough in one video. I don't know how I should have said that, but I said it. Despite being massively sidetracked almost immediately within the first couple of days of the year, I got a lot more work done than I ever thought I would. I started this channel and it's growing. That's fun. I started a little following on social media. That's growing and it's still fun. I like the process of all of those. But I most importantly was able to start on some of the objectives and goals that I planned for. But even though I did get sidetracked, I was able to break past the first 100 pages of my comic book script despite having a cruel bout of writer's block for months on end. I was able to do so. It made me feel really, really pleased about myself. But with each day that passed, it became more and more difficult to write to those pages, so I decided to just take a break from it. And that break has lasted 6 months so far. And January 1st, I will break that streak, just like I did this year. I started my first page of the book 3 of my comic, and it was extremely pleasing to finally write those two down, write down those 2 pages and fully draw them and have them fully realized and out of my head. It gave me a bit of peace of mind, if you might want to say that, but in the end I knew that I had much more to do, so I kind of went ahead and kept going. But I'm kind of getting off topic now. So the first part, I wanted to start with my goals of 2020 for next year as well as for the decade itself. But honestly, I want to have a lot of these done next year too, so no real excuses. So I wrote down 9 and I dropped the first one as to publish the first issue of my comic book. Because each issue is actually a chapter in the overall story, it was a lot easier for it to actually just be broken down. Okay, I'm terrible at explaining things. The first issue is going to be 20 pages. I already have literally half of it done. I have the first 9 pages done, and then that's where the writer's block happened. So I stopped writing and I stopped drawing and I kept writing. So as the new year goes on, I want to, by the end of June, have that entire first chapter completely finished, drawn out, and colored. Maybe not colored, but fully drawn out and rendered into the world. The main goal for this is just to bring it into the world and show others, show my audience, show you guys and girls. The second goal for the year is to change my environment once again. 2018 was all about change, and once I changed my environment, that allowed me to gain a new perspective on life as well as on people, which was really helpful. So by the end of 2020, I will have changed my environment again, so that can be changing the entire layout of my room, or changing houses, or even just moving out, period. So whichever one I decide, I'm not too sure yet, but it's going to be a massive amount of change, so I just hope I can handle it. Number 3 is to, invest more. One of the main goals of 2018 that I didn't get into until 2019 was that I wanted to invest more, become a bit more financially literate, and all that good stuff. So in February of this year, I decided to open up a account in Robinhood and do some dabbling in the stock market. That was extremely fun, and I learned a lot more about the stock market and how money moves than I did just a few months earlier when I started this little journey. And the second part to that would be to invest more time into people as well. So I got invest money and invest time. Mainly because I like people despite my introvertedness. I like hanging around people at times, and I understand that I have a place with people that I need to fulfill. There are some people in this world I can help, and there are some people in this world that I can hurt. The only problem is I don't know which is which, and when you do the wrong thing to the wrong person, it can maybe backfire in your face. In addition to this goal would be to make more plans into my retirement funds. I haven't actually started a retirement account-ish technically yet, no. But because I am at a young age, I could start a Roth IRA and go ahead and just start investing into that. So that concludes the third one. The fourth one was to just examine the cost of my actions. Well, actually, inactions, I should say. This is a bit difficult to explain, but I honestly just wanted to, over the course of the next year, examine all of the costs of my not doing anything and understand that my indecision is a decision. Since I decide that I don't want to do anything, that is the decision I have to make in regards to a particular thing. That was fun. Number 5 is to just travel more. In 2017, I started traveling more around my city. In 2018 and 2019, I started traveling more from state to state, which was extremely fun because, again, I meet new people and understand new aspects of humanity, for lack of a better word. But in 2020, I want to do a bit more international travel. My first stop is Germany, and then my second stop is going to be Japan. I want to start doing these over the summer because in April I'm going to go to New York, most likely with my family, to celebrate the anniversary of my aunt and uncle because they have been together for a very long time. How long? I do not know. So that is the end of number 5. Number 6, honestly, is just to read more books. Read more in general. So far this year, And I'm almost done with the last book, most likely, that I will end up reading for this year, which is A Sword of Storms by George R. R. Martin. Is that I want to keep reading more and more. In 2018, I decided to compile a list of all the books that I've ever wanted to read, and ever since July of 2018, I've been able to read at least one book a week, or a maximum of about 5 books a month, just to keep it all together. And some books were a little shorter than others, so I was able to cram a couple of books into the same week. So far this year, I have read 77 books, and again, after I read A Sword of Storms, that will make it 78. In 2018, actually, if I include before I started the list, I finished 2018 with reading about 63 books. So not bad for me, honestly, but I could do better, honestly. Number 7, I wanted to promote this channel more and get it out to other people that may actually like the content I put up. Last night, as of this recording, one of my friends mentioned to me that I kind of keep this channel within my own friends group, which wasn't the purpose of it at all in any way, shape, or form. So I want to change that in 2019. At first, when I started this channel, I wanted to just get a big enough backlog of videos for people to actually be able to watch. Because why would you ask someone to check out your YouTube channel when you only have 2 videos on there and stuff like that? That was the mindset I had when I first started, and it was, I can't say it was a good mindset to have, but it was a good mindset for me to have the first few weeks in doing it, because I wasn't sure how much I would actually like it. But now, after 6 months of consistently posting content, it's been very fun. I've liked it. I've been doing things that I thought I wouldn't have been able to do, and I plan on doing more things in the future. So here's to promoting the channel, getting some more people to watch, and getting a higher subscriber number. But that's not really what I was counting on when it came to this channel. Number 8 would be to collaborate with other artists and creators. Oh, this one is a bit fun and a bit odd too, because I've been doing that so much since 2018. But again, you can always improve on yourself as time goes on. Ooh, I'm terrible at explaining things now. So I've been working with caricature artists throughout the entire year, and they have allowed me to learn a lot of new things, and it's been really fun actually learning how to exaggerate and pull back, as one of them would say, the human form as well as the animal form also. And that's kind of it for that one. And lastly, overall, my final and most important goal for 2020 as well as the entire decade is to just let go of fear. Honestly, I don't need to necessarily explain that one, but personally, it's something that's extremely important to me. I was not the best person when it comes to speaking. I was always afraid that certain people would take my words and construe them into something different, pervert the original meaning of the words, or anything of that sort. But that's something that I have been letting loose and trying to get out of my life for the last few months, honestly. But again, there's always room for improvement. So that's going to be another thing that I'm going to constantly improve at work and constantly improve and work on throughout the next 10 years. It's going to be a wild ride, and I'm not sure who will join me, but hopefully they'll like me for me and other things. Since that's the end of the list, I'm not too sure what else I wanted to add, but I know that there's going to be like 18,000 more things that I need to write to this list that I'm going to add on anyway. So, yeah, that's kind of it. I hope you all have enjoyed your year as well as your decade. I hope you came out a better person, just like me. I hope that you have plenty of room to grow, just like me. I hope you grow with this channel. I hope this channel grows as well. I hope my skill level grows also. I hope my level of strength grows as well. And I honestly hope you enjoyed the video also. Letting go of fear is a really funny thing, and I'm gonna keep working on it. So again, you all enjoy and take care.